You know what time it is? It's Fries Day.
It is.
It's also back to school for the little ones, but the older kids, they're getting ready to move out or perhaps move into the dorm rooms for the first time. So to keep them from relying on takeout menus every day, which is pricey and filled with a lot of junk and sugar, we've got our food and eating expert, Pay Chen, and she's here with dorm ideas for your food-loving teen.
Yeah, because we talk about back to school, oftentimes it's for the little kids, but also there's the kids that are moving out of the house, being like on their own for the first time.
Maybe never cooked before.
Chances are, if they were like me, had never ever cooked anything before. So I lived in res my first year, and I think the key thing to remember for me is sort of like this is kind of like a back to school food kit in a way, right, for the older ones. So,
and if you put it there, they will come and they will cook, right?
Yeah.
If they don't have it, they won't use it.
Give them some essentials, because I know it's like freedom. Oh, I can eat out like 3 times a day, but it gets really expensive, right? So, you know, something like a Lazy Susan is great. Just storage options, right? Little baskets, that sort of thing. Things that you can keep stuff together, because no one has ever walked into a residence and said, this place is a palace. I know. They're super tiny.
They're tiny.
Yeah, so just think about streamlining and you know, having like your favorite dry pantry items there. So whether it's your granola, your cereal, your nuts.
Pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, herbs and spices, you know, some coconut milk, stuff that you can keep on the shelf. I think also too, if you're getting your kid out of the house for the first time, so just give them a little gift basket. Not something huge, there's not room.
Because they don't have space.
Right, so you know, some like kitchen essentials. And one big thing for me is to give them stuff that they can use and experiment with. So herbs and spices and condiments, their hot sauce, their you know, peanut butter. This stuff is great too. This is Clubhouse skillet sauces, and they just have a mix of like herbs and spices. You can get a meal done in like 30 minutes, really quick and easy.
Effective.
Yeah, so if you're in a hurry or you know, if you don't have a lot of cooking skills, right?
But look at these
stuff like this, yeah. So I was able to pick this stuff up at Bed Bath & Beyond. They've got a great selection on their website of like going to university, those sort of things that you need. Also like stuff that's microwave safe. Chances are you'll be, you know, if you can't get access to a stove, you'll be microwaving things a lot, but you can microwave noodles, eggs, that sort of thing. It's just about adding some flavor. So this, for example, these are recipe inspirations. They've got a recipe on the back as well, and this is great if your kid doesn't really know what sort of herbs and spices
go together.
That go together or that they might like. So it's sort of like a low commitment way to experiment with flavor and to just make something for themselves, because part of it is about building confidence when you're cooking.
You're right.
And you can go online. There's lots of great websites. Flavor.ca is one that has a lot of information there too. When I was in university, I tried to make chicken stock once with almost no chicken. Like, what was I thinking?
And you're like, this is going to work somehow.
Like, this is gonna,
put a carrot in it,
like,
and I'll make chicken stock.
I put in 1 chicken breast, no salt, no seasoning, like no flavor.
And you need the bones and the fat.
You
to
need
get
a
the
lot
flavor.
of stuff. But I'm basically saying that I was not always as brilliant. So
she woke up like this.
Yeah.
What's this, Pay Chen?
What do you mean? What is that?
Why,
it's
hello.
enough of it.
But it also makes. But it also makes for a very cute puppet.
It is a wonderful puppet. You're right. So I started to love baking when I was in university, because it was my way of sort of distracting myself from essays and studying.
You need a mental break sometimes.
So, and I mean, I was using cake mixes, nothing wrong with that. But if you've got someone who likes to bake, then you can get icing in a tube, sprinkles, like just little fun things, put together a little kit, and stuff like measuring spoons, spatulas that you can keep using.
And it smells so good.
Yeah.
You expect everybody else to come out of their rooms though and be like, I want what you're making.
But like 2 a.m. cupcakes, come on, that's what happens in university. The other thing too is inexpensive appliances. So if you know that your kid likes coffee, instead of spending $4 every day on the fancy coffee, get them an inexpensive coffee maker, French press, AeroPress, you know, also blenders as well. You know, you can make a smoothie in your room. You don't have to have a ton of appliances, but stuff like this.
And if you don't have time, you take it to go. You throw a banana in there.
Well, and this is the thing, is some of them you can blend like into the travel mugs, which is really great. And the other thing too is, because if you have it, then they're not going to the juice bar every day for $5, right? So just give them a couple of the essentials, little things for making omelets. Eggs are inexpensive, noodles. The other thing too is, if your foodie, let's say, likes to express themselves, then there's a company called Shelfies. They're based in Toronto, and they do some really fun food printed clothing.
For example?
And also like emoji thing. Well, you're wearing the fries.
I'm wearing the fries.
I just want to spread all kinds of ketchup all over you.
I'll catch up with you later. But there's more.
And we've got our models here as well.
Enter the pepperoni pizza guy and the popcorn cuties.
So all ready for university. You do. It's pretty great. So
this is a onesie.
It is.
That is a full jumpsuit. Yeah. So I feel like you just tweeted
that we're the new Kiss 92.5 show. Fries, popcorn, pizza.
Hey, you know what else they call this when you have to go to the bathroom? The poop corn.
There's no flap.
At Pay Chen for more information, everybody, if you would like to get in. These are very comfortable, actually.
They're very cozy, right? For hanging out in the dorm rooms.
Come join us. Come join us in our dorm room, everybody.
Hi.
All right, we'll be back. Right now, we're going to throw things over to Jen at the Bowmanville Zoo. We look like we belong there right now.
We're such a cool gang.
Wild and crazy.